Yo, what is up YouTube? And today we're going to be talking about the limited summon banners that are coming to an end about 3.5 days after this video is recording. If you guys are watching this, obviously in the future, depending on when you're watching it, the banner might have already ended or it might be about to end. And I want to talk about these banners because we don't actually know what's coming after these two, but we kind of have a good idea. Now for Messiah's banner, what most likely will happen is he's going to go away and one of the other 5 SSR light dark characters will be featured. It'd be pretty funny if it was Lily after everyone re-rolled for her, but it's hard to say which one it is. It's going to probably be one of them. There might be a new one, but I highly doubt it. But for Freya, it's a lot more streamlined. So there's 2 possibilities. One, we get a rerun, or not a rerun, but I guess a limited banner for one of the random RGB SSRs in the pool. Could be something like Rosa, so people actually can have a chance to get her, and because I think the company, the devs, know that Rosa is a highly sought after character, so they might want to do it for a cash grab. But what's more likely is that they actually decide to release a new character that they teased a while ago, which I'll show you here on their YouTube channel. So this is the character that they teased, I think like 4 months ago on their channel as the new character. So that probably means that she's coming out as the first new character in Etheria Restart's official launch, which is right now, obviously. But this is Hoyan. She's a hollow green SSR. You're gonna see that she is a fallen angel, and she looks pretty badass, not gonna lie. And she's gonna be a full damage character that's gonna be focused, I think, mostly for PvP, looking at her kit. Now, if you guys look at her skills, you might be surprised. She's gonna be a big answer to the problems in PvP right now, where everyone's winning just by going first. So first off, let's look at her S1. It's just a single target attack. Basically, just a normal ability, has a chance to inflict anti-heal. Won't be that big of a deal for PvP, I think. Maybe it is, but for PvE, maybe it has some purposes as well, but it just seems like a basic attack to me, nothing too crazy. Next, we have her S2. So the thing I don't like about their previews for characters, which I hope they fix, is they don't actually show the entire text for what the skill does. They have it at the bottom here in the subtitle. So it's pretty hard to read because it goes very fast. So, you know, they didn't include even half of what this skill does right here at the top right. If you look at the bottom in the subtitles, it'll tell you basically when she receives fatal damage, she's about to die, she will restore 60% of her health. So it's basically a cheat death that also heals her. And then she'll immediately counter with her ultimate on the target that kind of procced this passive, right? And this makes it so that in PvP, if like you're running against a speed team, usually what speed teams have is like 1 damage dealer and like 3 supports. So when they're drafting in Summit Arena, it's gonna be like 2 DPS and 3 supports. You just ban one of the DPS usually. And Hoyan will be very good there because she can just counter and kill the enemy that attacks her, that tries to cleave her. And then if you kill an enemy with it, you will revive. It says revive allies, but as you can see on your screen here, it only revived 1. So I'm not too sure how it'll work. I don't know if it's like a mistranslation or like a typo, or if it's like bugged here or something, but yeah, you can see it only revived 1 ally there. But basically it's going to be a revenge kill on their DPS into reviving at least 1 ally, right? And it's pretty strong. You get the stacking attack buff, which makes it so that you can kind of solo teams down later, and this cannot be dispelled, so your attack buff will last forever. And then her ultimate, which she is actually counterattacking with, of course, 3-turn cooldown. You can just use it regularly after you kill something, or at the start of battle, even if you put her on speed. It's going to be a single target attack that does a ton of damage, right? You consume 50% of your current health, and what you'll do is you deal 480% damage to a single enemy. That's a lot. And you'll also ignore defense for every max HP loss. So if you use it at lower health, you'll ignore less defense. If you use it at higher health threshold, you will ignore even more defense, going up to 6.5 times 5, which is about 32.5, I believe. My math is correct. So that'll make her do a ton of damage, and it's going to be super powerful, right? Basically, the way she's going to be used in PvP, it's pretty obvious, right? You just pick her into those speed teams, which are super annoying, like I mentioned, and you just counter. You stay alive through the cleave, and then you counter with your ultimate, and then you revive your ally, and then, yeah, you kind of just win there, right? So, pretty interesting. I'm not too sure how strong she'll be because she seems pretty niche. I don't think she'll be that good in PvE content because you have to rely on this counter one-shotting something to revive. And I think there's other units that just do more damage in PvE, like more DPS. Obviously her burst seems very high, but I think her DPS might struggle here. But yeah, this is from the closed beta. That's what they teased. So I think this will be the first new character that comes out. And I'm pretty excited for her because she looks pretty cool and her skills look pretty insane. And I think she'll be a great answer to the problems we have currently in the PvP meta.